Here's the question of the day. Are Disney a bunch of bigots? Well, how did I arrive at that question? Well, from a recent article that was in That Park Place, written by WDW Pro after a very interesting interview with the folks at That Park Place, Warwick Davis, and the girls from Force of Light Entertainment. We should probably take a look at the article to support this because, well, it drives it all. Because it seems like Warwick Davis is unhappy about dwarf actor exclusion in Hollywood and says it's a shame. Well, I would agree with him. It's interesting that he's coming out at this time, so closely tied to the fact that his own show, Willow, on Disney Plus, was basically erased. Not to mention the fact that dwarves seem to be erased from every place that they would traditionally have a role. Short actors are out of work, and I think Warwick is illustrating the fact that he's a bit frustrated by that. He's not pleased with how they're being treated. And one of the most famous short actors in the history of Hollywood, as a matter of fact, is a decidedly different tone than Peter Dinklage, at least when it comes to how characters of smaller stature are being cast and represented in film. In an exclusive interview, as I mentioned before, with That Park Place and Force of Light Entertainment, Warwick Davis had an interesting commentary on the current situation with Disney and the broader Hollywood. Davis is a prolific actor. He had many, many roles in my youth, from things like Star Wars and Harry Potter to Leprechaun, obviously Willow, and much, much more. And when he speaks, Hollywood should listen if they aren't already listening. Regarding the Walt Disney Company and to upcoming Rachel Zegler Snow White live-action remake, Warwick Davis confirmed that he had not been contacted by Disney regarding the movie at any time. And this is kind of shocking, considering Mr. Davis is a true star and would have provided a large amount of gravitas to the importance of the tale. Who else would have been better to fill the role of Doc? At least that's the question that, Pro asks. When asked why he thought Disney didn't reach out to him at any point, he replied, "It seems they're moving in a different direction." Of course, all of this came about because of a convention in Nashville called ICCC, or ICON. And during a Q&A panel in Nashville, Tennessee, Mr. Davis was asked again about the current situation with dwarf actors being excluded from roles by a Hollywood system that seems to favor CGI or digitally altered taller actors. After the question was posed by investigative reporter Jonas J. Campbell, Mr. Davis did not hold back, which is a good thing. And if you're interested in the video, it's actually posted over on That Park Place. Very well done. So, in his response, he said, "It's interesting. Recently, you've seen lots of sort of short, fictionally characters being played by normal-sized actors, shrunk down digitally. I mean, at first, I sort of excused it, thinking there's not really the pool of talent to draw from, like Lord of the Rings, for example. So I sort of excused that for happening. But recently, they're doing it more and more. I think it looks scary almost. It's not a good look. I think he's right on both counts, depending upon which way he's thinking that it looks scary." So it's unclear if Davis was referring directly to Snow White, although it wouldn't surprise me if he was. One might also remember how Willy Wonka's Oompa Loompas were generated recently. That's true. It remains to be seen how the dwarfs in Snow White are animated. If they're motion capture by normal-sized actors, it could be another hit against dwarfs and little person professionals. Mr. Davis continued that it's a shame because there's a lot of really talented short actors in the world, but they're not getting a chance to do what they do. Some of them have trained for years to do this, and they're just not getting a look in. And that's terrible. And again, this article goes on for quite a bit. It is available over on, That Park Place online, or That Pod Place online, T3PO, if you will. And you can check it out, the Q&A with Warwick Davis. I would suggest you take a look at it because it's compelling. Does this make Disney a culprit? Is this woke on woke ideology fight? Is it possible that Disney is essentially alienating an entire group of people they should be praising and bringing in because they want to be all inclusive? I think there's a lot of troubling questions to be asked and maybe some even more troubling answers. But let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Do you think that Warwick is the right to be a little perturbed about the situation? Do you think great actors like Hornswoggle and many other dwarf or short person actors should be given an opportunity in cinema when the roles call for it? Do you think Peter Dinklage is a hypocrite after playing the role he did in Game of Thrones and then pulling his stepladder up behind him? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below because I'd love to hear. And while you're down there, hit the like button and be sure you're still subscribed to the channel. And it still comes as a surprise to me that many of you who are maybe here for the first or the 1,000th time still haven't subscribed. A good 70% of you. So please do me that favor. Let me earn your subscription today. You won't be disappointed. You'll get regular content daily, not to mention wonderful live streams and the occasional inside look at what I'm working on. And as always, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, see ya.